Love, light, and peace, family. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Higher Zone. Today on the menu, we got some disturbing, diabolical TikToks they don't want you to see. With that being said, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You can rock out with me and the family. Definitely appreciate every last one of you. I love y'all like cook food. Don't forget to hit that share button and that hype button when it's available, so more people that's like-minded like you, brilliant-minded like you, get to see the videos. And also, I will be having a QR code floating around in the video. So if you at home, you're not subscribed yet, you watching on your TV, you could definitely pull out your phone, snap that QR code, it'll bring you right to the page, and you can subscribe. I definitely appreciate you too, and I love you like cook food. With that being said, Zone family, let's get straight into these bangers.
We are the boss! We are the boss!
We on a boat.
I'll tell you a psychological truth that you must know. Sigmund Freud said this. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Beware of people who seem too virtuous, who seem too good. They might be hiding something. And on the flip side, just remember somebody who's rough around the edges. Someone who's always not the absolute nicest. They might be your most loyal friend.
The dark powers misled all of us when they said that we were the lowest. Because when you mess with people's self-esteem and you don't give them the strength to stand on their own, you are creating an avenue for sickness and lower level. And you're going to create hurt within the person, and then those people are going to go out and hurt other people. That's why Creator don't come to the highly educated or the ones that try to be too simple. It comes to the common man that tries to find balance with his own self and his own nature.
Oh my goodness, God really cooked with this one, guys. I'm about to show you something that is going to make you look at God completely different, but in a good way. Stay with me. I want to show you parts of the body and how they relate to food, but stay for the message. Eyes are a lot like carrots. Grapes are a lot like our lungs. Walnuts are a lot like the brain. Ears are a lot like mushrooms. Tomatoes are a lot like our heart. Sweet potatoes are a lot like our pancreas. Kidney beans are a lot like our kidneys, and celery is a lot like our foot. But here's the thing, here's the hidden message. You knew I'd have one. If you Google all of these vegetables and what benefit they have to the body, it corresponds to each of these. Walnuts help the brain, mushrooms help the ear, tomatoes help your heart, so on and so forth. Like, do you need more evidence? Do you need more evidence? How many of these do I have to show? I'm gonna keep showing them. I'm gonna keep showing you how God is intentional, how he made you for a reason.
Family, that was all factual. Everything you seen in that picture coordinates to us. And this is why it's good to eat healthy. That is true medicine right there. Organic food, straight from the earth. That's the real medicine. This is what we missing out on. We worrying about GMO. And the farmers, we gotta wake up and get back to the original, straight from the ground. Comment down below.
Everything is vibration. You put out a good vibration, the only thing that responds to a good vibration is a good vibration. Bad vibrations are on a different frequency. They don't mix each other. And this is part of the physics, quantum physics. You put out a vibration, you're going to get back what that vibration is. It's called resonance. And so if you're an unhappy person and you're broadcasting that, the only person that will be affected by that unhappiness is somebody else is unhappy because they're resonating from the same thing.
This is New York, from the L train to the world. It's not just fashion, it's frequency. We built this from frequency, not fabric. This is Higher Zone.
What are demons? Demons are fallen angels. Started out with Lucifer, whose name means morning star.
Name means morning star?
Yeah, Lucifer. He becomes Satan, and the name Satan literally means adversary.
The devil is a very suave, very debonair, personal force of evil who reeks of destructiveness. It's scary.
Lucifer wanted to be worshipped. His pride is what resulted in him falling from the angelic realm. A certain percentage of the angels accompanied him in this fall. We don't know how many angels accompanied him, but there are a lot of angels.
You realize that demons, which are real, they're not under every rock, but they're real. There is such a thing as spirits, and they'll try to get you from any angle.
Why do you think they're trying to kill so many Christians?
There's something about Christianity, which is the only world religion I'm aware of, theistic religion that preaches nonviolence, which it does. It's a very kind of compliant religion, actually, and inherently pro-peace, and yet they're always the ones who get murdered. When the Spanish Civil War started in that famous photograph, what's the first thing they opened fire on? A statue of Jesus.
We can't just dial into demons and fallen angels. We can also dial into God and get that message, but you first have to recognize that good and evil exist.
There will be a God that you serve, and the one that we are serving now is some kind of demon.
There is a spiritual force of evil that is at work,
acting on people from outside and influencing their behavior.
All they want to do is devour you. Just any tactic that will let them get a hold of you.
and that's why Jesus cast demons out of people.
Jesus himself was confronted by the disciples at one point. I think they were trying to cast out these demons. They basically said, well, we tried everything. We tried, cast them out in your name, and it didn't work. Why didn't it work? And he said some demons can only be cast out through prayer and fasting.
It says in Ephesians,
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the authorities, against the
powers and the rulers of spiritual darkness of this earth.
There's a spiritual battle that is raging.
If Satan were smart, which he is, would he go around the country and around the world trying to possess or bother average everyday people? Well, you know what? Much more efficient to go to Hollywood and to influence a bunch of people there who are very influential in, let's say, the entertainment industry. And let's say he encourages them to create films and television shows that are funny and that are creative and that are fun. But there's an underlying message to them that, without us even realizing it, open us up to the occult, open us up to immoral activity, normalize it. Everything is spiritual.
When you watch the Super Bowl halftime show, or you watch the Grammy Awards, or you watch some of these big concerts and music videos, they are putting satanic symbolism right in your face. They are practicing witchcraft on the stage right in front of you.
Why are they pushing Satan worship?
Because they're doing the work of their father.
We allow a satanic movement to take over the arts of the black community, and now it's spread into the white community. And that was the hip hop culture.
They got so arrogant with it, it seems like in maybe the last less than 10 years. I don't know what happened on their side. I guess they got the green light to go all the way in. And that's when you started seeing, for instance, Grammy Award performances where people are literally coming out wearing satanic symbols. I guess they were mock seances, but I mean, it looked pretty real to me.
That is diabolical, family. Somebody sold us out. Because I could remember in the 90s, it was none of that stuff going on. It was pure love. The music was great in the 90s. Even in the 80s, the music was beautiful. During 2007, 2010, it went down a shithole. Excuse my French. They started dressing up in all red, wearing devil horns, upside down crosses. It went down a shithole. I mean, hip-hop totally did a 360 turnaround. And this is why a lot of the famous rappers that we grew up listening to kind of fell back. More new cats started coming up because a lot of people wasn't with it. And I could remember when Bone Thugs and Harmony had an interview and said they were invited to a building in LA, all the rappers, and they had to sign a paper. They had to sign their life away to start doing this demonic-ish. It's crazy, man. This world is a stage. This world is being ran by the devil.
I didn't know there were lugauts in Trinidad. In honor of Trinidad Carnival, I am back with another spooky story, and this one is a submitted story from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm gonna call the person who submitted this story Mary. So Mary says where she's from, people don't openly talk about Obia, especially when it hides in the church. She grew up in Trinidad, small village. Everybody knew everybody. Sunday mornings meant white dresses, starched shirt, and sweating through 2-hour sermons. There was this lady at the church. We're gonna call her Sister Marva. Nobody would ever suspect Sister Marva. She was the loudest worshiper, always the first one at the church, always the last to leave, always praying over people, always rebuking spirits. And Sister Marva worked in children's ministry. And that's why no one ever questioned anything. When Mary was about 9, children in their church started getting sick. And it started small, like fevers, night terrors, sleepwalking. There was one little boy that just stopped speaking altogether. He would just stare at corners of the room as if he was watching something move. And Sister Marva would always say that it was a spiritual attack and insisted on praying over him. Parents trusted her. Sister Marva would take the children into a back prayer room alone. And that room did smell a little strange. It wasn't the smell of anointing oil either. It was something bitter, like a burnt smell. Anyway, Mary's grandmother was the first person to say that something wasn't right with Sister Marva. Her grandmother told her mother, that woman is not fighting spirits. She's feeding one. Mary says she didn't understand what her grandmother meant until one night she saw it. Everybody who went to that church basically all lived in the same neighborhood. One night around 2 a.m., sound outside of Mary's window woke her up. It was this dragging sound, like something was dragging along the wall. Now she gets up to go and look what that noise is. Where she was at, again, not far from the church. There's a giant bird on the church roof across the road. The wings were really large, the body was really thin, and the wings weren't even flapping. It seemed like this bird creature on top of the church was crawling. It was crawling upside down like a horror movie. Mary says somehow it's like the creature can sense her staring at her, because suddenly the creature turned its head and was staring at Mary. Mary said, y'all, I saw her face and I kid you not, it was Sister Marva. It was the same face, except it just looked stretched. But that's Sister Marva. But the creature opened its mouth and something black poured out. Suddenly, the creature just leaped up and then disappeared into the dark. While Mary didn't know what to make of this situation, she slept it off because she didn't want anybody to think that she was crazy. Well, the next Sunday, one of the girls from youth choir didn't show up. They said that unfortunately she passed in her sleep. Heart complications, and the girl was 11 at the time. At this point, Mary is petrified. She told her grandmother exactly what she saw. Her grandmother locked every single window that night and burned something in a metal bowl. She says that in Trinidad folklore, there are lugaus, people who shed their skin at night and fly to feed. This wasn't just a lugau. This was obia twisted. Her grandmother said that some people make pacts. They trade innocence for power, and they hide in holy places because no one ever looks for darkness there. And she said Sister Marva wasn't attacking randomly. She was harvesting. Things escalated so fast after that.
Trini got lugau's? That is crazy, family. I thought y'all had pepper pot, okay? That good old pepper pot with bread. I didn't know you guys got lugau's flying around, attacking the children, making the children sick. Diabolical. But anyway, family, if you know, comment down below.
When the fallen angels or demons, whatever you want to call them, that was a time when they walked physically on the earth and they interacted with man. Because the scriptures say, worship us, make sacrifices to us, and we will do your bidding. So then I go outside the country because now I got to get more answers. I'm in Dubai. In the airport, they got a big sign, 50,000 Emirati fine, that's their currency, for using witchcraft or making sacrifices to progress or for monetary gain. If this is all make-believe, that means that parliament in Dubai called all of these meetings, passed legislation to pass bills to enforce a law for something that don't exist. It's no coincidence that all of these guys are allegedly gay. Their wife looks very manly.
Apparently, Epstein emails exposed disturbing parties for hunting black people. These motherfuckers, not only did they have to traffic children, rape them, beat them, murder them, torture them, drink their blood to maintain youthfulness, literally cause most of the bad things happening on Earth now. All these world events like 9/11 and so many other fucked up things, and poisoning our food. But now, according to the emails, they had hunting parties to kill black people. This is not a fucking conspiracy theorist, guys. Bro, I will show you the emails. Going to Mean Lana's party now to hunt, right? You're probably thinking, oh, they're probably just hunting animals. Wait for it. Guess what? They are. Yeah. So they were essentially hunting black people on Epstein's island, on top of raping kids, torturing kids, murdering kids, kidnapping children. And then he has the fucking audacity to say thanks thrilling hunt. This was 2016, guys. 2016. This was not the night. This was 2016. 2016. The peak of SoundCloud era. Way more recent. Oh, it was 10 years ago. This was way more recent than you guys think it was, bro. They've been doing, this is not old news. And the thing is, they're still doing stuff like this to this day. And they have been doing stuff like this since biblical times, since colonization, since slavery, since the Industrial Revolution. What makes somebody, what is in somebody's bloodline to make you hate somebody so much because of the color of their skin? What did black people do to you guys? What did black people do to you guys? Please tell me. What did they do? Nothing. Nothing. You know what it is? It's deeper than jealousy. It's deeper than racism. It's deeper than hate or envy or hatred or anger. This is evil, guys. This is evil. This right here is evil. This is evil. It is, you cannot be human at that point. All these colonizers and slave owners and racist people and all these elite pedophile demons. They're demons. They're fucking demons. I don't even think they're human. I don't even think they're fucking human, bro. You're hunting black out of everybody. You didn't even hunt Latinos. Well, I don't know. I don't know anymore. But black people are the main ones. And people wonder all the time, why do I always speak about black people? For shit like this. They're the main ones. They're the main ones getting targeted by demons. The movie Get Out was not just a metaphor or a symbol for racism. They were literally, because remember, they put the truth in movies and the fake in real life. They were literally telling us what they do to black people on these islands, even like from slavery to now. They still do this shit on these rich ass islands, in these underground temples. I'm telling you, they still do this shit, bro. The colonizers and the demons are still here amongst us to this day.
That is diabolical. This man is very passionate about his research. And I mean, he's speaking facts. In fact, what's going on right there, there's a movie about it. It's called Surviving the Game with Ice-T back in the 90s. Same thing he was explaining, it was going down in the movies. And Ice-T was one of the main characters. Surviving the Game. If you get a chance, go check out that movie. They put it in the movies just to tell us before time. These elites are really doing things like this.
गोलगप्पे वाले पानी में निकला चूहा। हम लोग अपनी नॉर्मल चैलेंज वीडियो शूट कर रहे थे, लेकिन एकदम से आवाज आई तो देखा पानी में था जिंदा चूहा, जिसको जल्दी से बाहर निकाला और बाद में हमने पानी भी फेंकवा दिया। लेकिन शायद अगर हम ना देखते तो यही पानी हमारे अभी पेट में होता। आप लोग भी सावधान रहो, सतर्क रहो।
Don't act surprised now. My man had Ratatouille swimming in that gravy, okay? Ratatouille must have chefed it. And he was tasting it for a while, swimming in that thing. Diabolical. I'm never eating nothing off the street, especially if it don't look good. Nah, that's diabolical. I'm good, brother. Ooh, comment down below.
Here at Olive Garden, you know how we do.
What in the foot lasagna going on? Ew, brother, ooh. Oh, what's coming out my boy eyes? How he bleeding out his eyes, bro? Yeah, Ray J's done, he cook. Yeah, he cooked.
Look at this nigga is sick.
Damn, nigga, I'm getting better. Bro, laugh at me being sick is not okay, buddy. You don't laugh.
I did not laugh.
You said this nigga's sick. Ha ha ha. That's not fair.
You're okay. We're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that. Well, hey, y'all, we perfectly fine. Ain't nobody sick. Look at me. I'm fine, y'all. All right, fuck off.
This man got a lot going on, okay? He need to go. I don't know where he need to go, but all this performing you doing with a pacemaker on your chest, blood coming out your eyes, bro, it's giving demonic vibes. What happened to Whitney?
Let's keep it moving.
You know how much people he been around that? That's the karma. He gotta pay up. When you work with demonic energy, that demonic energy come for your ass too. But anyway, family, comment down below.
Well, I think smoking weed, period, is a hit. Because you putting smoke in your body, which suffocates the cells and brings the cell into a state called hypoxia. But if we're going to say drinking weed tea, indica couch weed, getting that full body high, reading your Bible, I think that is a plus because it's going to open up your melanin neurotransmitters. It's going to open up your mind. Your frontal lobe is going to be like this, and you're going to be able to really dissect that Bible is really a book of codex.
I heard you say smoking weed bring like feminine energy.
Yeah, because it pulls all of the estrogen out of the cells. So yes, and definitely the synthetic weed. So my Marley brothers got on me about that. They said, bring the science, bro. So this is the true science behind it. Yes, but it's really more of smoking synthetic chemical, lab grown weed. And they doing like homosexuality with the plants. They splitting male and male plants, and and that's the reason why they don't have seeds and stuff like that. So when you get into these lab grown weeds, yes, it can proliferate estrogen in the tissues, but natural ganja grown from the earth wouldn't do that. But you still shouldn't smoke it. A lot of my friends smoke weed and they're gonna go against this, but they know what I'm saying. You still couldn't smoke it because why would you suffocate yourself? Make some weed tea. And look, for all of my weed lovers out there, I love weed. I just will never smoke it. Don't smoke it.
Wake up, touch the earth, feed your body something real, hug your people, respect the divine feminine, raise your frequency. This ain't local, this is global. Higher zone.
The clinical terms is called pheromones. So you can smell it. And that's the reason why in India and certain parts of Africa, they do not wear deodorant. And look, I know this sounds crazy, but the mustier, because we call it musty. It's not called musty there. But the more of that stench you smell, the higher your pheromones is. And it turns men on. Now, a lot of men in America, we have been so desensitized and our senses are so messed up. We be like, that girl musty as hell. But in India and Africa, they smell that good. You know what I'm saying?
Some men like natural scent too.
Yeah,
that's why some men be like, man, I don't want to smell all that dove. I want to smell your natural scent. That makes sense though.
And then them natural scents are black women anyway. Black women, number one for breast, triple negative carcinoma, ductal breast cancer, getting their breast cut out, getting all of these.
You know why?
Exactly, the deodorant.
So how can you get a lump right here? Because of
because the deodorant is going into the pores, it's going into the lymphatic system. It hits what you'll call an axillary lymph node, and then it swells, and then that end up going to the milk duds of the breast, and then you get a whole entire tumor from it. And then inside that tumor, there's going to be a bunch of parasites anyway, because all of it is parasite driven. But this is because things that we put in our body, and then they bras. They got these bras that have these synthetic fabrics and then have that metal wire in them, which is throwing off the electrons in their breast, throwing off their milk flow in their breast. Yeah. So when you really start thinking about it, everything that was given to Black America was made to destroy us, man, without a shadow of a doubt. So when somebody wake up to that, they start sounding like a conspiracy theorist, or they sound like they hate the world, or everything is just scary. I'm not here to push fear. I'm just here to push awareness. Hey, we at war.
Yeah.
We at war.
It's so crazy how you mentioned the deodorant, because the other day I was so musty.
I told her, I said, I was watching some of your stuff and some other stuff. I said, Sin, when you at home,
I'll be like this at nighttime.
Hold on, you gonna give her this place?
I said, when you at home, stop let your armpits breathe.
Yeah, because they got a detox.
Family, that was Dr. Yaki giving you some good gems, okay? Me personally, I stopped smoking. I literally cut it off dry turkey. Do I feel bad? No. Have I been dreaming more? Yes. It's for a good cause. Because when I was smoking, you literally knock yourself to sleep. You're not really sleeping. You knock yourself out. But if you drink it, it's a whole different kind of ball game, okay? It's still medicine. But I won't even bore you none of this stuff you getting from nowadays. It has a lot of synthetic compounds in it. And this is why I kind of fell back. Literally. As far as deodorant, a lot of people still wearing deodorant with metal in it. The deodorant you go get has metal in it. There has deodorant without the metal in it also, you definitely can't use. You don't want that metal under your arm seeping in through your pores. Like he said, you have lump nose under your arms that will swell up. So that was good information. And if you don't believe it, you can do your own research. Dr. Yaki be coming through with the gems for the free ski, okay? Take it or leave it. Personally, I'ma take it. Let me know what you thought about that video and comment down below.
Yo, the way you just slipped in that clip, straight disturbing diabolical TikTok
With the little
vibes.
evil laugh.
I was crying.
Speaking of Diabolical, Higher Zone Season 2 dropping tonight.
Word?
What time?
They call it elite, but I see through that. Higher zone, zone of love, y'all like cook food. 33 code ain't lead. They got power, but they souls on E. Talking like guys, but they bleed like me. Whole world broke, that they legacy. 33 code, y'all crack that lie. Gold on their hands, but they spirit dry. They run the world, but they scared inside. I see through it all, y'all read the sign. They sit up high, but the block still hurt. Building empires off blood and dirt. Talking about peace, where the bomb still burst. Telling us license the day of birth. They wear suits, call it law and order, but they never cross no open border. Never felt hunger, never felt cold. Never had faith when the lights got low. They call it shit. Keep busting through. See this fear through the news. They don't want truth, they want lose control. Keep you distracted from your soul. They don't like when you wake up. They don't like when you see. Soon they stop needing they system, that's when you free. They don't like when you wake up. They don't like when you see. Soon they stop needing they system, that's when you free.
It's crazy out here, family. You can't do nothing. You can't watch nothing. Rome is controlling everything, from sports to your TV network. Diabolical. As you can see, all the Molochs in those videos. A whole lot of rituals go down when it comes to the finals, the Olympics. We really can't watch nothing. Comment down below.
Scientists just officially solved the entire Stonehenge mystery, and no, it was not glaciers. They just found out that humans really did drag those massive stones 5,000 years ago. Dude, this is actually insane. The debate has obviously been going on for over a century now, and the question is, how did those ancient people move those massive stones to Stonehenge? Some scientists have been saying over the years that glaciers carried them, and others said that humans dragged them, but nobody could prove it either way until now. Okay. These researchers just officially analyzed 550 different microscopic zircon crystals from rivers all around Stonehenge. Stay with me now, because here's the thing. They said that if glaciers deposited those stones from Wales, the mineral signatures would be everywhere in the soil. But it's not. They're saying that not only it's not, but it's not even close. This officially means in 2026, we just found that humans really did haul multi-ton stones from Wales and Scotland over 700 miles in 3000 BC. No wheels, no metal tools, just human coordination on a scale that we can barely even comprehend. And by the way, this changes absolutely everything that we thought we knew.
Stop the cap. That's all theories. His theory, okay? They wasn't there. Fight! They just coming up with ideas. And I'm calling cap. Stop the cap. Kappa stew. Stop the cap. Kappa do. Stop the cap. Kappa dooba dooba do. Booba the fool. Yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not believing that. That's Kappa dooba dooba do. Okay? Let's keep it moving.
A little blurb update today on Epstein. It was showing a photo of him at Disney. He's sitting down at the table, Piglet's behind him. It's him and another guy sitting down, and this guy is holding this girl, like by her arms like this. That same girl is in another photo with Epstein. They're on the plane. She's like she's sleeping, she's laying down, and he's holding her like this. Then, come to find out, Disney sent kids to his island for snorkeling trips for like 9 years.
Snorkeling.
And their cruise ships made stops at his island all the time.
That is super monstrous diabolical. Why would a Disney trip be stopping at Epstein Island? That is crazy. And they send kids there to go snorkeling? Diabolical. Where's the lawsuits? Who kids are these? What's wrong with these parents? What's really going on? But anyway, family, comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about that.
Hey, we up here, we did see it,
We seen a video like this before, but we never heard of the screaming. That is diabolical.
David, you tweaking. Let's just jump him.
Y'all boys trying to battle. For real? Look, pick your top stepper and tell that boy I'm outside.
I don't know why he said that.
If he can drop me, then gang them yours. But if he get fold up, y'all mine.
He wanted a stepper. He found one.
You talking real tough. Don't nobody care, you big twin.
Boy, I said top stepper. Quit capping, cuz.
Oh, you think I'm finna fight you? Boy, you finna get hit with this fire.
That boy put a rock in the sling and swung it like this.
Since when David started doing that?
Man, that boy kill lions.
Boy, what?
Lions and bears. Where you think this bear skin rug come from? Y'all ever seen a teenager break a lion's neck? That's my boy.
David and Goliath. Imagine if it really went down like that with David and Goliath. Let me know your thoughts.
The glitter conspiracy. This main glitter manufacturing, it's called Glitter X.
Glitter X.
And one guy from the New York Times went, and it was like weirdly top secret. He was talking to one of the higher ups, and the guy's like, yeah.
Because there's a shortage.
Yeah, so
that's the biggest thing.
There's a shortage in the world.
He started talking to him just because he's like, okay, so there's a shortage. What's happening? Who's your bit? Like, he's just asking questions.
Yeah, and so he asked if he can get a tour of the place. The guy's like, absolutely not. He said you can't see the glitter being made.
Why?
He said you can't even be in a room next to it and hear how it's being made.
What about the sound of it being made, Wood?
Don't know. But there's one company, she said, that is the biggest buyer of all glitter. And he says, what is it? And she said, like, I can't tell you that. He said, if I looked at it, would I know it's glitter? Talking about the product that they use this glitter in, the main buyer of glitter. And she said, no, not really. They don't want anyone to know that it is glitter.
Can you tell us what's in Antarctica? What? You downloaded. Go ahead. Is it something we should be scared of? Happy for? Proud of?
Listen, I don't want to say this, but I gotta say it. So, you know, Antarctica, it's ice, right? And it's made of ice. But you know what the ice do?
Melt?
Nah. When you take it, it cure everything, and it like make you live forever. That's what your mom. A lot of people don't know. But when they found out, the whole world, listen, the whole world heads, they made a treaty to say nobody can come there. You can go so far, but you can't get to that ice.
That's true.
That ice is gonna save your life, but they won't let you get it, right? But they let certain people get it that been here a long time, been living a long time. Y'all don't know it. Y'all keep saying he look like him. He look like him. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I've been seeing shit like that on the internet.
So no, I'm free. Y'all think I'm playing.
There's like a picture of Pharrell, but he's.
I don't know about this. See, I can't talk.
Like
I can't tell the secrets. I can just tell you what you need to know, but I can't put names and shit on it. I keep telling you that. I can't put names on it. I only can tell you the truth, but I can't put names on it. The ice itself, yes. But once you Antarctica, a lot of other shit happen, right? So everything that you think that's over here, that's coming over here, they say it come from over there. So all the aliens, everything come from over there. Not up, not down, but straight over, right? So the giants come from over there. The dragons come from over there. Everything is over there. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going, because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me. And I was like, what?
You're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would ever went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the f*** are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was trying to get me to meet him. I was like, are you high? Like, what the f*** are you talking about?
For what reason would you? What would be...
If I was a guy who was like sucking up to the rich and powerful. If I was really interested in hanging out with rich and powerful people.
Epstein tried to get my man Joe Rogan. Imagine Joe Rogan would have went. The narrative would have been different. Some of the stuff he been speaking about, he couldn't speak about it. Cause they would have compromised him in a game over critical situation like, yeah, he was doing this, he was doing that. Just like MJ, Diabolical. And Unc 6ix9ine said in the clip before that, the ice can cure everything. Facts or cap? Let me know what y'all thought about both of those clips.
Yeah, this ain't AI right here. Real dog man. Don't forget to hit that red button, go live. I'm gonna bring y'all some more shit. Go live for your people, go live. Your followers.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
He got that from the National Dogman website, okay? I went on there myself. Big homie CC gave out the, URL. He dropped it the other day. It might be the real Dogman. Anyway, family, comment down below.
This isn't just fashion. This is frequency. This is higher zone.
Greatest mystery probably in all of aviation. So in 2014, that Malaysian flight that had like 239 passengers and crew all gone. They did a big search right as soon as it happened. Then a couple years later, and then 2017, they did a massive search. They're now doing another huge search in the southern Indian Ocean. And they've been searching, and there's an American company that's volunteering to help using underwater robots, deep sea drones, and advanced scanning. They're just spending millions of dollars now searching for the plane still. But in 1997, a mysterious sound was detected from 3,000 miles away inside the ocean. That's like hearing a sound when you're in New York, hearing a sound from London. Louder than a blue whale, louder than any animal or creature ever could make. It happened in 1997. They did research. They could not find the source. It happened again in 2005. And so they started looking again with their new technology, trying to source it. And they tracked it to one location, South Indian Ocean.
Zone family, what kind of sound y'all thought that was? I like to pick y'all brains. Was it the Leviathan or was it something else? What's your thoughts on that? Let me know down below.
If you know, you know.
You're clones. You're copies of people out here in the world.
Our administration believes that there are loopholes that could allow the cloning of human beings.
Why? Some hag trophy wife needs new skin for a facelift, or one of them gets sick and they need a new part. They take it from you.
Kevin Hart's crash, that horrible accident that really when you see the photos, everyone is wondering how in the world they all survived.
I have a clone. It's about a good three of me.
Kevin and the two other people were in the car with him.
You've seen people die from far lesser car accidents than that.
The DJs claim that Britney and her boyfriend had been killed in a car crash on a Los Angeles freeway. Within hours, the internet was buzzing with the tragic news. The Dallas radio station responsible, KEGL, has spent the day apologizing on air for the hoax.
2004, Britney Spears secretly went to work on some music. She wrote an album that she called Original Doll. There were songs where she was talking about feeling like a manufactured pop star. And then there was Mona Lisa.
She wants you to know she's been cloned.
A few years after that, she released a music video, and the video was about her being cloned.
The whole reason you exist is because everyone wants to live forever. It's the new American dream.
We need to talk about this person.
And there's people out there that are rich enough to pay anything for it.
Every Kardashian has a clone stored in Calabasas.
How would I know if I was the clone or if I was the real one?
I have a clone.
It's like me versus... Whoa, wait, don't give away too much, man. Yeah.
The real Kodak is locked up still. The real Kodak is in an island. It's on an island somewhere. I'm a clone.
Bro, I'm a third one. I have a clone for music. I have a clone for my personal life. I have a clone for my family life as well. So that's how it gets done.
I can say clone. I want to say clone. All right, so there's like a clone.
I think you have to. I think you have to. They kill you if you try to walk away. And they clone you.
Sir.
I have never seen anything like this before.
Hold up.
Once again, clones here outside of J-Bo's pawn shop.
Ain't that you, Tyrone?
I mean, they do put the truth in movies, but it's just a theory.
This is what you call predicted programming. They telling you clone, 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 clone. They trying to program your brain to make it seem like it's okay. Cloning is not okay. It's diabolical. This is why they keep doing this to us, okay? We have to pay attention and be aware. It's not cool. It's not okay. Cloning ain't cool. Why you think the earth got flooded before? Tampering with people's genetics, trying to recreate, different kind of beings mixed with animals. It's diabolical.
You guys know about the mattress theory, right?
No. Mattress theory?
Yes. Tell me why. If you look at mattress stores, a lot of them are across the street from each other. That's one. Two, mattress stores, they barely have anybody in there.
They never do.
How are you staying in business for years to come? You're beating out all the other businesses?
So you're saying that they're hiding things in those mattresses?
It could be laundering, it could be transport, it could be fronts. If you pay attention, really look at mattress stores, where they're located. A lot of them are near each other. They never go out of business. How many mattresses do you buy every year?
You don't.
So how many other times do other people buy mattresses?
You probably buy one every few years.
Exactly.
Realistically.
I mean, to stay in business, you gotta sell shit, right?
So you're saying they stuff in people and or drugs and or money, like cartoon shit.
I'm not saying I'm not claiming anything. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the mall, though. What's all those stores in the mall doing? How are they in business?
I don't know.
Seriously, go to your local mall. Just look around. How's the fucking kiosk?
Yeah, a lot of them.
How are they in business?
I don't know.
How are they making that much money?
Especially with Amazon right now.
When's the last time you actually went to a mall? I actually just went. First time in a long time.
But you to buy like some clothes or whatever?
Nah. What do they buy in malls? That's what I'm saying. It's like always a bunch of empty stores.
It's fraud, right? So if you really think about it, if these stores aren't selling stuff the way they are, especially with Amazon, and the competition is crazy right now. Think about this. You have a large overhead. You have all this inventory. How are you staying in business? Now you look at a situation like the Leering Center in Minnesota and all these.
What the fuck is the Leering Center?
Well, the Learning Center. Remember the Leering Center? They forgot the end. And the daycare fraud, right?
Oh, right.
So they have no kids, but you got $6 million a year for no kids. So you really got to look at all these other businesses, because how are you staying afloat?
That's how they're going to crash the system.
They're going to
keep exposing this. We're going to find out everything's a fraud.
Right.
Do they think we're stupid?
That's why we're $38 trillion in debt. And how are we able to print our own money, but we're paying taxes? Does that make sense? How? If we can create the money, why are we paying taxes? Does that make sense to anybody? You can just print it up, right? But we pay taxes. That's the fraud right there.
This whole place is built on it. Does anybody else see this shit? We're getting there. I'm telling you, that's why Trump is the last president of this regime.
Because once we show all the fraud that's going on over the next few years, when it goes from healthcare, when it goes to the school system, when it goes into all these other different industries, you're like, oh shit, what if all this is a fraud? We're done.
That's where we're going, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, family. These mattress stores, you walk by them, drive by these things, never nobody inside. Never. And even at the mall, there's a lot of stores, nobody ever buying anything from them. And if they do, it's be like 1 or 2 people going there. How the hell these stores are still open? Where's the money coming from? These are questions people really need to be asking. But anyway, let me know what y'all thought about that. But anyway, family, I appreciated you if you made it all the way to the end. You are goated. You are definitely goated. You are one of them ones. You are loved at the high zone. Before you get out of here, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You can rock out with me and the family. And don't forget to hit that share button and that hype button so more people that's brilliant-minded, like-minded like you get to see the videos. And I definitely appreciate every last one of you. With that being said, Zone family, vibrate high, stay hydrated, stay motivated, protect your energy, and love thy neighbor. I'll catch y'all in the next one, Zone family. Peace.